What's going on, everyone? It's Chris from the tech team, and today I'm going to show you how to expose your local host so you can give someone a URL and they can just view what you're developing locally over the internet. Now, this is really handy for, say, people working on multiple people working on the same project, and rather than you having to deploy something to, say, a staging server or a development server, you can just pass over a quick URL. They can give you any feedback, make any changes that you need to, and it just cuts out a load of time. Likewise, if you want to just share something over to someone and get a little bit of feedback, you can just send them this link, and then they'll be viewing exactly what you're viewing locally. So to get started, what I've done is I've just launched a Create React app instance, and there's literally nothing fancy going on here. I've just got it running in the background, and I've also got the port localhost 3000 up here. So if I make a change to this and I say test and save this, you'll see we get a quick rebuild, and then we've got test. Now, this is only going to be possible by using something like ngrok. ngrok is what we're going to be using right now, but it allows us to create tunnels across the internet, basically from one port to another port. Now, if I go ahead and click on the download, you can see here we've just run ngrok, specified a port, and then it will give us a port that we can go to. So if I go to the download, and I'm on a Mac, so it's highlighted that for me, but just go ahead and download it for whatever platform that you're on, and you want to unzip it, and bear in mind your location that you unzip it from. So in my case, I've unzipped it from downloads, so it's in download still, and then you want to connect your account. So you need to run ngrok auth token and then your auth token, and you'll get that by signing up. So once you log in, you'll be given your auth token, and you can just run this command. Bearing in mind that this will, if you run it and you've moved away from the folder that you downloaded the file into, then this won't work. You need to make sure that this path matches exactly where the ngrok download is. Then you can just go ahead and just fire it up. So we'll go through that right now. So right now, if I want to expose this over the internet and I pass someone localhost 3000, obviously that's not going to work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up a new window. I'm going to navigate to the folder, which is ngrok. I'm going to clear that, and now what I can do is I can just run ngrok. Now remember when I said you need to remember where you downloaded it from. So if I run the command ngrok and I try and export port 3000, so ngrok http and then the port that I want to expose, this isn't going to work because it will say no such file exists. So what I want to do is I want to run ngrok from my downloads folder. So I'm just going to go downloads, documents, downloads slash ngrok, and then run it from there. So http port 3000, run that, and now what you'll see is I've been given a random ngrok ID. So now if someone wanted to view this application and they went to this this URL, it would just work. So right now we are currently viewing this over the internet, and note how we get a HTTP and a HTTPS version. So this is really powerful for us. So let's just demonstrate that a little bit further and say hello world, save my file. I'm currently viewing it online and I get hello world. So this is being routed over the internet and viewing my local host, and just note my local host also says hello world. I suppose one other quick little tip that I could give you is to actually, instead of having to write this ngrok and downloads every single time, we could just change it so it runs from the ngrok folder. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, in my case, I'm running sysh. You may be running something like bash. So I'm just going to nano sysh rc. I'm going to scroll down to the bottom and I'm going to create an alias for this. So I'm going to say alias, and then what do I want? So whenever I type in ngrok, I want that to equal downloads slash ngrok. I'm going to terminate that, and I'm going to reload sysh. And now if I run ngrok http 3000, we get the same outcome. So now I can just go to this URL and this will maintain online as long as I'm running this window. Now, not everyone will be in Sish, so you can also run nano, and you will probably be in bash or something along those lines. So you just want to load up your bash rc file, and the same again, just make sure that you're creating an alias. You don't have to, it's just a quick shortcut. So now whenever I write ngrok, it's just going to look for downloads ngrok. So I hope that makes sense to everyone. If you do have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment down below. But until next time, take it easy.